Friday morning class with Professor Bridget. Today we went over going from the knee pinch again to getting a gift wrap grip, and then taking it back from there, and then going into a wrist lock, which I think is technically illegal, or not illegal, but against the rules in most competitions for up to like purple or brown belt or something like that. But and then we learn stuff that isn't necessarily usable, but usable in real life, or just to get the ideas down. Anyway, so if they escape from the wrist lock, or if you aren't able to finish with it, then you can switch to an arm bar. And then we looked at if they get out of the arm bar by capturing one of your feet, what to do there. So you would recover the back, and then when you recover the back from that specific sequence, you are a little bit in worse positions. So there's a way to get from that position, that back position, back into the gift wrap position where we were in the beginning, and you can start that whole cycle over again, or you can go in a different direction. So yesterday I was talking about, or the other day, about how jiu-jitsu is all about presenting dilemmas, and then based on the decision that your opponent makes, presenting with another dilemma, keep on doing that until you're in a great position, and you can basically do anything you want to. Obviously, I'm not at that point yet. I don't even know what I'm doing. I barely know what technique I'm trying to do at the moment. Forget how that sets up anything, or what the responses would be to that technique. And probably most of my opponents also aren't at that point either. So what I'm doing, I'm assuming they're doing, is just trying to improve our position each time. So you're better right now than you were 10 seconds ago. So even though the goal is to be able to present dilemmas to your opponent and take advantage of those, it's not necessary, right? You're kind of jumping the gun if you think you can do that in the first couple years of training or whatever. So it's just, I think that's the whole point of working on techniques now, is so that you understand how they all flow together. I mean, it is pretty interesting. Like, for example, today we were in the gift wrap to start off with, and then after 2 or 3 techniques, we're back at the gift wrap. So just seeing how everything is a continuous chain, and how you can get to the same position from different flows is really interesting. And also sometimes I wind up in this really compromised position with my arm behind my back, and I know how I would have gotten there from one sequence, but I kept on figuring out that people are getting me to that position from other ways. So now I'm thinking, if I see that particular, so it's basically a kimura. So if I see someone's arm out and I can hook it, then maybe I should do that, right? No matter where I am, I don't need to be in a certain position in order to take advantage of that. I can take advantage of that from anywhere. So maybe I'll be on the lookout for that. And the final thing is, last training for a couple weeks, going on vacation. So hopefully I'll pick up this habit again. I like doing these just because it's good to review what we just did in class. Keep those. Sometimes I actually forget. It's hard to remember what I worked on 5 hours ago. And it's also good just to sort of tie everything back into concepts. So not just remembering exactly the technique, but how does this technique sort of fit in with other things, or like why does it work, or how does it actually help me think about other things in life even. So I don't know. I think this is a pretty good habit to do. I'm just walking back home anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal in terms of like time or effort or anything like that. Anyway.